children, welcome to the class. Today I am going to discuss about the comparison of adjectives part 2. If you remember, in the part 1 I had told you about 3 degrees of comparison, that is positive, comparative and superlative. And I had given you certain clues about how to identify all these 3 degrees of comparison if given in any sentences. Now in this video I'm going to talk about few rules which you should remember while doing the comparison. Now please observe the table given. Positive, comparative and superlative of 4 adjectives have been given over on the screen. Bold, bolder, boldest, weak, weaker, weakest, high, higher, highest, strong, stronger, strongest. Now if you see, all the words have er in the comparative as suffix, est as suffix for superlative. Okay, so what is the rule number 1 saying? Comparative degree is formed by adding er to the positive degree and est to the superlative degree. Okay, now moving on to the next rule. You can see again a table with few more adjectives. Able, abler, ablest, brave, braver, bravest, noble, nobler, noblest, wise, wiser, wisest, true, truer, truest. Now in these given adjectives, you can see that almost all the adjectives have the vowel E at the end. Okay, it is ending with E. All the adjectives which are given in the positive box, they end with E. So what does the rule number 2 says? That when the positive degree ends in E, you need to add only R as suffix to form the comparative degree and st as suffix to convert it into superlative degree. So E is already there, so we need to add just R for comparative and st for superlative. Okay, so all the words, all the adjectives that end with E will take this rule. Rule number 3. As you can see, I have written the vowels over there. A, E, I, O, U. And all the other letters are called consonants. So you need to keep this in your mind when we talk about the rule number 3. Now, as you can see in the positive column, we have the letters which have consonants at the end. Okay, consonant are all the letters other than vowels. So B, I, G, big, G is our consonant, and before that what do we have? We have a vowel there. So whenever we have adjectives which end with a consonant, immediately before that, if we have a vowel, then what we need to do? We need to double the consonant before we add er for the comparative and est for the superlative. Got it? Whenever we see an adjective ending with a consonant and if it is preceded by a vowel, then we need to double the consonant and then add er for making it comparative and est for making it superlative. For example, we have added one more G and then er for making it comparative as bigger. For making it superlative, we have added one more G, then est. Okay, so this is rule number 3. When the positive degree ends with a consonant, preceded means just before that consonant, if there is a short vowel. Now what is the difference between short vowel and long vowels? See, long vowels sound exactly like their names. For example, cake So we have A sound there, A. How do they sound? Vowels A, E, I, O, U. That is their original name. The sound that they produce is this one. So we say long vowels to the original sound that they produce, the original name that they have. A, cake, tree, E, light, I, globe, O, music, U. So we are producing the exact sound that they possess. They are called long vowels. Now what are short vowels? Short vowels do not sound exactly as their name. They have a different sound. I will show you through examples. We say cat. We are not saying A sound there. It's a cat. Then bell. We are not saying bill. E sound is not there. Bell, the sound. Okay. Then comes fish. We are not saying fish. We are saying fish. Ish. Okay. Then dog. Ugh. We are not saying dog. It's dog. Ugh. Short vowel. And then bus. We are not saying bus. It's bus. So you can identify the sound change, the change in the sound. So the long vowels are the vowels when we apply the same sound to them. Okay. And short vowels when the sound changes and the vowel is a sort of decreased in length as far as their sound is concerned. So that is the difference between short vowels and long vowels. So here in the rule number 3, whenever an adjective is ending with a consonant and it is preceded by a short vowel, then we have to double that consonant and then add er in order to convert it into comparative and then est to make it superlative. I hope I'm clear. Now comes rule number 4. As you can see in the box, the first column we have the positive degree of adjectives, and I have included 4 adjectives over there which are ending with y. Okay, all those 4 adjectives are ending with y. And if you see, the preceding letter is also a consonant. Y is also a consonant and the preceding letter is also a consonant. So whenever you see an adjective which is ending with y and it has a consonant immediately before it, there is a rule, and the rule says that in that case you need to take that y away from there, include I in this place and then add er and est to convert it into comparative and superlative. Okay, so dry ending with y and it has immediately before it consonant r, so we need to take off that y from there, put I instead, add er, and for superlative add est. Okay, so ending an adjective ending with y preceded by a consonant, remove y, add I, then est and er. Okay, if an adjective ends with y but is preceded by a vowel, then what should we do? Don't remove the y, don't include I, just add er and est with the adjective. That's it. So if a positive degree ends with y, if the y is preceded by a consonant, the y changes to I and er is added to comparative and est for superlative. But if y is preceded by a vowel, then only er is added to comparative and est is added to the superlative. Don't take off that y and insert I there. Just add er and est to make comparative and superlative. I have given one example, gay, gayer, gayest, which is similar to happy, happier, happiest. So since y has vowel before it, we are not changing anything, we are just adding er and est. Now let's see rule number 5. As you can see in the box in the table, the first row, which consists of the positive degree of adjective, I have written the adjectives with slash in between, and this is to make you understand the syllable in that particular adjective. Okay, the first adjective beautiful has beautiful 3 syllables. Okay. Second one, courageous. Third one, intelligent. And last one, pleasant. So the words or the adjectives which have more than 2 syllables in them, they take more before them in the comparative form and most before them for the superlative form. Okay, so the syllables depends upon the vowel sound in a particular adjective. It's vowel sound, not vowels. Okay, so when we pronounce an adjective, you have to see how many syllables the word has. Accordingly, you have to decide whether you have to add more, most, or whether you have to change it in any other form. So the adjectives which have more than 2 syllables are always always converted to comparative and superlative in the form that I just explained. Okay, so when the positive degree has more than 2 syllables in it, add more to the comparative and most to the superlative form. The last thing is about the irregular way of converting an adjective into comparative and superlative. As you can see on the screen, bad and ill is the positive form, which is totally different when we convert it into comparative, which is worse, and superlative, worst. Similarly, far, farther, farthest, good and well, the comparative form of that particular adjective is better and the superlative is best. Similarly, much, more, most, little, less, least. Now these are a set of adjectives and their comparative forms which you need to by heart. Okay, there is no particular rule to be kept in mind, but you need to by heart it. And I have just discussed about very few adjectives in this video. There are lots and lots of adjectives. You have to enhance your reading skill so that you can empower yourself with new words. Okay, I hope I have been able to make you understand how the different form of adjectives are converted into comparative and superlative. I hope you liked the class. Please share it to your friends. Ask them to subscribe my channel. Share and like. Thank you.